Hi guys, Celdwell here. For y'all of my subscribers that don't know, my grandma passed away on Thursday the 17th of April. She was in the hospital for a broken hip, and well, from the time we got her to the hospital, which I have documentation on my cell phone, which was, if I'm not mistaken, I'll show you right here. Go down to videos, that right there. That's the paramedics. See, 41408. Go into options. Well, go into options. Details. 3:18 a.m. I don't know if you can see that. At 4:14:08, she was at home. She was at home. She fell and broke her hip. The paramedics were coming to get her. Well, back to here. Go up to pictures. Well, back off wrong area. Go back to pictures. Just some random pictures I took. Starting with this one. I don't know if you can see that very well. Wait till the screen dims out. That was my grandma right there in the hospital bed, rest her soul. They had her on 4:14:08, mind you. They had her on, I think this is dextrose, which is, I think, sugar. And what does that say? Heparin. Now, mind you, they have a lawsuit going up now. Wrongful death lawsuit for people who've been killed or injured on heparin. See, look, heparin, 4:14:08. I'm going to go into the options. I'm going to go down to details. See, details. And that picture was taken on 4:14:08 at 6:52 p.m. And remember, the video was 4:14:08 too. So the day they put her in the hospital, she was on heparin. And I don't know if the time before she was in the hospital for pneumonia, if they put her on heparin for anything, I don't know if they did or not. But this time, from the day they had her in the hospital, she was on heparin. And she died. Well, let me get back to that. She was complaining of getting hot and cold and hot and cold, like hot flashes, and she was 75, so you know she wasn't going through menopause. There's a whole lawsuit going out against it right now, and I'm trying to find the actual page it was on, telling exactly what it was, because it more or less described exactly what she was going through. This one man named Mark Scott, his wife died because of it. She was on dialysis, and they're going through a lawsuit right now with it. Yeah, getting back to what I was saying, my camera shut off, so I had to start this one. In Chicago, Illinois, well, in Illinois, I'm not sure if it was in Chicago or not, a man named Mark Scott lost his wife. She was on dialysis, and they were giving her heparin, which is a blood thinner, if I'm not mistaken. It's run by a lawsuit by the Nolan Law Group out of Chicago, Illinois. I think that's where they're from. Let's see if I can't find what she was complaining of. Right here. And this is, I mind you, this is what my grandma was complaining of over time within the time she was in the hospital. Generalized or localized sensation of warmth when you're getting hot, real hot, couldn't breathe. You know, she was like, she was undercover. She was like, I can't breathe. I'm just so hot. And 2, you know, numb tingling fingers of the numb or tingling feeling of the extremities, fingers and toes. Mind you, she had poor circulation, but still, you know, she still could feel, and it hurt her. She had a plantar's wart on her foot. She could feel that just fine, so she could feel her toes, and she said, you know, all that was numb and tingly. 3, difficulty swallowing. She would, you know, dry mouth, you know, pretty much felt like she was dehydrated, and she couldn't swallow. And I got video. On that video it says I'm having trouble swallowing, but that was before she went to the hospital. Shortness of breath, and you could hear audible wheezing. You could hear that, or chest tightness, you know, which was giving her trouble breathing. And low blood pressure, and or tracheidia, which I guess tracheidia is shut off of the airways. And that's what happened to my grandma. She was in the hospital, and on Wednesday she was saying she was having trouble breathing, and eventually they had to put her on a ventilator because she was having trouble, and I guess her trachea or whatever collapsed on her, and that's what it was doing. I don't know. They didn't say anything. And then nausea or vomiting, and she was nauseated through the entire time. And my aunt could tell you this too. I knew something was wrong. You don't go in a hospital for a broken hip and come out dead, no matter. I mean, there was no sign of internal bleeding. She didn't have a heart attack or nothing like that. They didn't know what killed her. They just said, you know, it just come out of the blue. I know this is what happened. But I called the lawyer, and, you know, they're supposed to call me back tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday, the 22nd. And I guess that's today. But yeah, guys, keep me in your prayers. You know, the hospital killed my grandma, and maybe unintentionally, or indirectly or whatever. But I think they killed my grandma, and I'm not gonna let them settle for this, because she was just like my mama. And for the guys that know me on YouTube and the people who know me in person, they know I told y'all, the people who know me, that something wasn't right. I told every one of y'all. Cliff, Jarrell, you know, Alex, you know, I've told all y'all. And hopefully we'll be able to get something done here. It might take a while, but hopefully we'll get something done. It's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, class action lawsuit. So hopefully we'll be able to get something done. Keep me in your prayers, or whatever it is y'all do. Just keep me in your thoughts and hope for the best for me. Because hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll get a lawsuit or something going on this. Because I know it wasn't just me it affected her daughter and her son. My mom passed away in '99, well, in 2001 or whatever. And, you know, my grandma raised me since I was a baby, so I'm practically her kid, you know. So I feel the same way they do. But I'll put the information in the description of what it is. It's heparin. And if y'all have any family members in the hospital, make sure they don't, you know, make sure they're getting checked and make sure they don't get heparin or whatever, because it might cause an infection, it might cause them to die. So, just a little heads up, you know, from somebody who's fallen victim from it, probably. But anyway, yeah, guys, keep me in your prayers or whatever it is y'all do, and I'll keep y'all up to date with whatever's going on as a trade back or whatever. But they're not going to get away with this. I promise you. They won't get away with it. I'm going to get out of here. I'm probably going to try to go to work today, so I got to get some sleep. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.